Hey everybody, welcome back to the CAF Plus channel. All of our internet problems here in Central Florida have been resolved, and we're glad to be able to present a show with Fred Hembeck today. We're gonna have art. We've got art for sale. I think we've got 9 published pieces we'll be offering today, along with 5 commission style pieces, and then we'll do some uh, auctions just for you to commission your own sketch cards from Mr. Hembeck. So it's going to be a fun afternoon, and I'm glad to have those in attendance already. I see Jeff Wedding is greeting everybody as he always does. Brian Bailey and Rick Welch are in the chat. So let me bring Fred in. He's got a new computer today. Not new, but it's not his old one. So if everybody remembers the last show, we had some communication snafus, and we are not going to have those today. Hey Fred, how are you?
Yeah, good. Hi, Bill. Hi, everybody. Please enjoy my flickering face across the screen here. We have a
Yes,
little flickering going on. I don't know why that is, but
as long as it just it's a flicker and not something that lasts for a long time, we're good with that. But this is, we got a new PC, we got uh, great artwork to look at here this afternoon. It's gonna be a fun time getting to hang out.
yep.
We will miss having Jeff Wedding be our interpreter, but he's happy to sit in the chat today and
Hi, Jeff.
hopefully pick up a few things. Yes, Dan Goodwin's here. I see Robert Berman. Who else we got? Little John is here as well. Thank you guys for all tuning in today. And it is a slick banner. I mean, Fred's a
Oh,
professional.
that. No,
Yes.
I didn't do that. That was done for me.
No, it wasn't. Who did it for you?
I can't think of his name.
Was it one of like a show you went to? They actually printed the
Yeah,
banners and everything.
they
for
did
you?
it for like everybody. Um, it was a show down in New Jersey. I can't think of it right. The fellow's name right now. It's been quite a long time ago. It was all taking these drawings were taken from the cover of my omnibus, and he just kind
Ah.
of put them all together.
When did
And
the
yeah.
was the omnibus out coming out like at that time? And so they were
Oh,
wanted
no,
to
no, it
keep
was
it.
already out for years.
Okay. Yeah,
That
I
came
thought
out in
they came out earlier.
2008.
All right.
This was probably done about 10 years after that. Not maybe a 5, 6, 7. I don't know. But
Well,
yeah,
that was very nice of them to do that.
it
Now,
was
but
very
now
nice.
it's yours.
Yeah, no, exactly. No one
So,
else needs
hmm?
and no one else needs it.
No,
So
no.
it's just mine.
Well, that's yeah. I guess I need to have a better. I got it. We were talking before the show. I definitely need to like tear apart my back wall and clean it up because the OAX sign over there has too much stuff in front of it. We need to do some redecorating around here. Maybe this summer I'll finally get that done. But you're in your comfy kitchen, I
Yep.
guess, like you
Same as
always are.
always.
So we got some news for people. I think I think we should let everybody in the chat know that we've not made any OAX announcements whatsoever really since the show in February, but you let me know right before we got started here today that you are going to be able to attend OAX next March.
It certainly looks that way with the of course some crazy thing could happen, but yeah, that's our intention, me and Lynn. It'd be
Well, we
nice
are
to meet
very
everybody
excited.
there.
I think,
Pardon?
yeah, there you go. Little John screams OAX announcement. Yes, this is our first OAX announcement. It's
Woohoo!
fantastic. Yeah, we've been asking. We remember we always said you had an open invitation whenever you could make it
Right.
to the show in Florida, and the timing is finally right. And so,
Yep.
yeah,
With us, we
everybody
can do
here
it.
at CAF can't be more excited to have you come to the show. And I know that many of your fans are going to be happy to finally see you. I mean, when was the last show that you attended?
It was a few months before the pandemic in 2019 in Albany, New York, which is a fairly local show, which I would go to. Uh, they had it twice a year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 2-hour drive. They had it again, but I haven't gone back. Just kind of stopped doing it. Boston was the last big show, and Baltimore before that.
Right.
So I
So
haven't been
it's
to a big show in a long time,
we are
and I'm sure this is
excited.
going to be a big show from the way it sounds.
Yeah, we had over 1,000 people on the floor last year. So we're expecting, we've grown 20, 30% every year. So I'd like
Yep.
to think we'll have attendance greater than that. And Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, so now that we have this down, I mean, we're still a few ways away, but definitely, Fred and I talked before the show. We There will be pre OAX, well, commission opportunities. We
Yep.
to figure those things out, and we'll work with Fred on figuring out what he'll bring to the show. But it's going to be awesome. You still have a lot of published pieces that people haven't seen. In fact, you were telling me that when you were
Yeah.
going through published pieces, there was a piece that you were going to give us, and you liked it too much, you pulled it back and put it back
Yeah,
in
I
the
read it and I said,
pile.
I like this. This is like one of the best things I've done. I should hold this for now anyway. I just couldn't let it go. It just amused the hell out of me.
Well,
It was with Thanos, Brother Voodoo, Wolverine, and myself. There was some wacky thing where my my consciousness and Wolverine's got switched, and then we ran into Thanos on the street, and Thanos thought he was fighting Wolverine, but it was really me. Yeah, it made me laugh. So, and I thought the drawing was better than usual.
was
So
that
I said, no,
a
hold on
Marvel
to it. A
page
Marvel
or
Age page, yeah, Marvel
yeah?
Age 2-page thing.
Wow. Well,
Yep,
you should hold on to that one for a little while longer.
for a little while. For a
Did
little while.
with those Marvel Age pieces, did you get a lot of direction, or were they more, hey, give us a deep?
Well, direction in the sense that this month we'd like you to focus on this topic.
Mhm.
But once I did it, at least in the initial days, in the later years when I remember Steve Saffel, he was a new editor, and one time he had me redraw one, but it looked better that way. But in the early days, he just let me do whatever the heck I wanted within the topic. I mean, sometimes there was no topic. They said just draw, do something related to Marvel, obviously.
You wrote, there's so much copy in a lot of these.
I know.
The editorial didn't read that beforehand, or did they?
No, no, I just sent it in. I don't know how I got away with all this stuff. I just did. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I just took everybody's not before the Marvel Age stuff, back in the days of the early Datelines. I just took everybody's characters and drew them and did whatever I want with them and published it. And they went, "Oh, that's okay." I mean, I wouldn't be doing that now, but I was just so naive then, and I just got away with it, and it just kept rolling. Then you
Right.
got people like, "Oh, Stan Lee says I like this stuff," so then they kind of left me alone, I suppose.
You got to be your own editor. Well, what was the one thing they made you change once?
Well, the layout was a little stiff. I just kind of moved the drawings around. It's hard to describe, but it was just I kind of made it look a little peppier. It was
Mhm.
only a one pager. Something
Okay.
about Peter Parker, as I recall.
We have one of the pieces we'll be offering today is Peter Parker in it, along with Spider-Man and 22 Ditko villains.
Oh, right, that one. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Here's one thing I meant to do. I'll throw it in the chat here. But we did preview all of the artworks that we'll be offering today at auction over in our Comic Art Fans Gallery. So there's a link in the chat if you guys want to go over there and look at the artworks we'll be offering. And while you're there, you should watch the CAF Gallery too, because this is the gallery we'll do a lot of art drops at, and you'll get to preview stuff like this from Fred and other shows we might do in the future. So. Well, that's good. So editorial got you once. I mean, the Dateline stuff, that went into the buyer's guide was probably. I mean, did they just take it as is and
Yep.
never? Well,
Nope.
that's good. Did you, th- like, did you show anything to your wife ever before you sent it in, or did she just say, is she not interested in reading your strips before they get sent out? I'm
In the
curious.
early days, she would look at this stuff.
Yeah.
The early days. It's no longer the early days. She hasn't
No.
read anything I've done in years, so that's
Well,
okay.
after you get an omnibus, it's like, that's it.
Oh, I had her proofread that, the omnibus, not the cartoons, but I had text in, like
I
there were
have a
6 or 7
copy.
sections, and she proofread that stuff. Yeah,
Well,
and
that's
my
good. You always
daughter,
have
ha
to.
ha ha. One time, my daughter, we were just laughing because she pulled out a page that I did for the Tomorrow's People, one of my datelines, and
Mhm.
she read it out loud, and she's going, "I don't know what the heck you're talking about here. I don't understand any of this." And we were just laughing. I'm going, "Yeah, I know, I know. It's a little niche, shall we say?
Right. Well,
Sometimes a
I
little
mean,
more."
but
Uh,
you had to be an avid comic reader throughout your career to kind of stay
Yeah.
on top of the topics of the day. And I mean, Thanos, Wolverine, strip sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, did that kind of come out during the Infinity Saga kind of,
Yeah, I think it did. I think that was the whole point of it, probably. Yeah.
well, I mean, there not many people can say they got to interact with Marvel characters, and you
Yeah,
did every strip. Well, DC characters too. We can't limit it just
yeah,
to Marvel,
and
although
others. Yeah, sure. Yeah, crazy stuff. I tell you that you have a little strip up there with me talking to Captain Marvel.
mhm,
That's one of the datelines, you know.
right.
And I hadn't read that in years, so I thought I'd read it through. And first 4 or 5 panels were like, "Oh, the Kree Skrull War. What a great comic that was! One of the greatest of." And I'm reading this. I'm going, "This is kind of dull. What is it going to get funny?" And the next thing, then I get to the panel where it says, "But there's one thing I wondered about." And then I went into this whole thing about how in the Ant-Man portion of that story where he's climbing through the Vision, Ant-Man keeps making all these pop culture references that seem totally, against his character, and
Mhm.
culminating with him naming his aunts Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So I kind of, and then from that point on, I kind of was goofing on Roy Thomas, which is probably why Roy Thomas is never seems to be very thrilled when I'm around with him. When I was 14 years old, I wrote a letter to the RBCC. You remember the RBCC, right, Bill? The fan
RBC.
magazine, Rocket's Blast Comic Collector. It was
No, I
kind of like,
don't.
that was before the buyer's guide. That was
Okay.
like the thing that really people would put their advertisements in. Plus, there was some, editorial material. And this was the year when the Alley, not the Alley Awards, whatever they were at that point, and Jack Kirby had won 1968 or so. So I wrote this letter saying, Neil Adams was robbed. This was Neil Adams here, not Jack Kirby. He's been around for, So, because I'm a 14-year-old kid. And then I got a letter in my mailbox because they put the addresses on there when they printed it in the magazine from Roy Thomas. And he said, "Oh, no, you're wrong." Give me the whole
This
rundown about why Jack
craziest
Kirby deserved
kid.
the award. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right." And I wrote back to Roy and I said, "Yeah, I see your point." And then I think he wrote me back after that. And maybe I tried one more time, nothing. But that letter that he wrote to me was also, he sent to the buyers, the RBCC, and they printed it as well. But
Did it say that you were 14 years old, so they knew they were talking to a very young reader?
no, but that was probably a lot of the people who were in there anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
me and Roy.
So you go
So
way back.
go way back, way back. He probably doesn't like the fact that I goofed on what if Sergeant Fury had fought World War II in outer space. Do you remember that one?
It
But
sounds really familiar. I
yeah,
don't,
yeah.
I had to, no,
I know, you're
I'd have
not
to
as
call
old
that
as
one
I
back
am.
up. Well, that's all right. I mean, you can't, it's just funny that
I've
you,
I've come to the startling realization that my uh, I used to think I knew everything about comics. It pretty much stopped at 1990. After that,
mm,
it's very spotty for about 10 years, and then it's just gone forever. So I utilize these Who's Who and Marvel Universe books. They came
mhm.
out like in the late 80s and stuff. Those are the ones I use for my cards for the most part. Once in a while, I'll look up a character online, but there's so many new and different looking characters. Yeah, I'm stuck.
A lot of
I used to
and
think,
different
wow,
costumes too.
yeah, different costumes. When I was a kid, it seemed, reading comics in 1961, 2, 3, 4. I thought, wow, those comics from 1945. That's so long ago. How can anybody like something from 25 years ago? Oh my God. And now I'm, stuck in like 45, 50 years ago.
Right.
Hey, that happens. What in
There's
Sam
nothing
Hill, as
wrong
they
with
would
that. I mean,
say.
as a reader, I mean, for me, it's the, mid to late 70s into the early 80s. I mean, that's my sweet spot. So
Yep.
that's where I discovered, your work, really. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
Marvel Age and then going back to the buyer's guides and stuff. But yeah, well, let me see. You said it was RBCC. I'm
Yep.
gonna have to look that up after the show. I'm not familiar with it at all.
Oh yeah. That was a big deal at the time. They had covers by Bernie Wrightson and Richard Corbin and all kinds of. It started out. I mean, let's see. I think the first one I
What
bought,
was
one of
the
the first.
publishing like? I mean, did they actually
It was in Florida.
it was
Yeah.
in so it was published in Florida and it was done on newsprint, so it was
No.
actually,
Well, I'll tell you. No. What it was. It was done as a black and white magazine with sometimes with color covers. Well, I jumped aboard with number 42. I think the earliest issues were like Ditto and stuff like that. But
mm,
by the time I got there, it was like
oh,
what
B.
they call photo offset. And some of the issues were like over 100 pages long. And then once the buyer's guide came along, it kind of morphed from a advertising magazine with some editorial content to like almost entirely editorial content. It's more like a fanzine, but for a long time it was the major advertising magazine. Yep.
Got it.
Oh, I
Well,
turned green there for a second.
you did. Just it was a split second.
Sorry, sorry
But
for
I've Googled it and I'm leaving that tab open so I can
okay.
look it up a little bit more. Yeah, I've never heard of it, which is sounds tragic at this point. So, uh, let's see. Number one Marvel fan says it first came out in 1964. Yeah, I don't know when the Buyer's Guide started, but
Yeah, I was there when somewhere 68, 69, something like that.
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you and Roy Thomas, long
Me and
history.
Roy. Yeah.
Did you ever, clearly, you riffed on a lot of people's characters and storylines. Did you ever get any grief from anybody, about, the direction you might have made fun of something in one of your strips?
A few times. Um, yeah.
We want to hear what's making you.
Well,
Maybe give us the abridged version of one of those.
well, one time there was a new strip, a new Marvel book, and I was at a party, and the person who wrote the book asked me if I liked the book, and I said no, and they said, "Well, f you, buddy," or something along those lines. But then later it turned out reason I didn't. It was a toy tie-in comic, and as I recall, there was like no real. Uh, they had they're like these cyborg type characters who had no real faces. So with no real expressions and I just didn't like the comic. The person who wrote the stuff, I liked uh, some of their other material, and they later came over and said, yeah, okay, yeah, sorry about that.
They understood,
So that happened, yeah.
but never for your artwork though. Nobody ever gave you grief for the stories or the poking fun, with certain characters. They didn't have any problem.
Oh yeah, that. Let's see.
Maybe not.
No, not really. Although I do remember when I was I was at the big New York City convention, and I just come out with a book which had a sequence in it with Jonah Hex, and Mike Fleischer came over to the table. He was the writer of Jonah Hex at the time, and I hadn't met him, and he looked at me very suspiciously, and we talked a little bit, and I guess he came to the conclusion I was just kidding around. I wasn't really being, you know, mean spirited.
Hmm.
And turned out later, a year or so later, he was somehow he'd become friends with Terry Austin, who lived in the area, and I was good friends with. And we all went out to dinner several times, and he turned out to be a really nice guy, and we became very, very friendly, of course. And then, after about a year or so of that, we never heard from him again. And of course, he passed away a while back, unfortunately. But he turned out to be a really nice guy, which was odd because some of his comics, if you read him, you thought, wow, this guy's a little, bloodthirsty or whatever.
A little angry.
Yeah, angry is a good word too. But
Uh,
yeah, that's about the only one I can really remember.
well, so you checked out,
Yeah,
but
that
you had to
all.
stop by the table just to see, if you
Yeah,
were full of it or not.
yeah.
Well, you passed the test. I
I got
guess.
away with that one. Yep.
No, nothing wrong with that. So, well, wow. You mentioned, I know that we've shown off some pictures, because, of you and get-togethers, with some other creators in the past. Have you done anything, recently where you've gotten together? Because I know that, you have a few other comic creators that are sort of nearby you,
Yeah,
or
about
is that all?
few months ago, um, we had a lunch,
Well,
and the Simonsons were there, and Terry was there, and Joe and Hillary Staten were there. Todd DeZago, myself. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it. That was Jim Starlin. How can I forget? Jim Starlin was there because I told him the story. Jim lived in the area for quite a long time, and we used to play volleyball together weekly with most of the people I mentioned, except for the Simonsons, because they didn't live up here at the time. They moved up here last year, and by here I mean the general Hudson Valley. They're still
Right.
about over an hour away from where I live at this point, but close to where I used to live. But yeah, Jim Starlin was there, and I got to tell him the story of watching the second Avengers movie. What was the name of what's that last Avengers movie
And
called?
Endgame.
Endgame. Yeah, right. I hadn't seen the second half. I stopped going to the movies in the theater, but then we got the big TV set and we got the Disney Plus, and so Lynn's up here at the table, right here where I am, doing the taxes one night. It's like April 13th probably, and I'm down in the other room. I got my headphones on so that it doesn't disturb her from doing the taxes, and I'm watching the Endgame movie, and all of a sudden I went like that, and Lynn said, what's the matter? What's the matter? Did you see another mouse? Because that had happened before. I said, no, I saw Jim Starlin, because in the movie he's they have the sequence early on where the people who had been snapped away for 5 years were sitting around talking to a therapist.
Mhm.
Starlin was the therapist. I don't know
I
if you
did not know
realize.
that. I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
back and watch that. I had no idea.
Starlin is he's the. I mean, a lot of times these guys get like a one line but he got a whole sequence there, and it just I did not expect to see Jim Starlin pop up on my television. I didn't read anything about that anywhere.
Me neither.
So yeah, go check out your Endgame. That's Jim Starlin, the man who
I
created
will.
Thanos.
We just saw him at Heroes. We
I
saw
told
Joe,
him that
Joe
story.
Staten was at Heroes. Joe
Yeah, Joe
still
always goes to
he's
them.
still cranking out his con sketches. So
Yeah,
he's
Joe.
unchanged, unwavering, still great.
Yep, I know. It's hard to stop.
It is.
Some people do, but I'm not gonna.
No, heck no.
At least that's my
I
plan
mean,
right now.
I don't get over to eBay as often as I used to. What's your average number of running auctions these days?
I put up 5 a day,
5 a day.
so it's like 35 a week. Once in a while, there's extras because sometimes I'll do like a whole uh, group, like a 7-character group. So, but mostly it's 5. So
Yeah,
yeah, I got them going. They're
somebody
rolling
did it.
along.
There was somebody who posted on Comic Art Fans the other day, like a set of pieces that they had gotten. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go and look, but it was impressive. Going over the page right now, I probably won't be able to find it, but they had like 8 characters. Like maybe they were on a mission to get a whole team. Does anybody?
Uh huh.
Somebody in the chat will probably remember who it was. Like, was it New Mutants? Thank you. That's what it was, Tom. And was it you, Tom? I don't know who did it. I just remember seeing it because it would pop up on the homepage. Oh, it was an 8-card set. All right. Rick W. And Rick W's in the chat. Thank you, everybody. I kept seeing the image, but I never got to click on it to see who owned it. So Rick W in the chat has an 8-character set. Yeah, that's the thing, in that Facebook group that is named after you. They're always lamenting needing one more to complete a team, and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
It's fun though for them. At 35 pieces a week going up, at least they keep checking. They're trying to complete their squad. But that's why the sales for today are always good, because we do the auction for
Right.
two custom sketch cards. So for those missing one character, you have an opportunity to fill that today.
I, Recently, I decided got a little bored, so I started going through the old Who's Who and Marvel Universe handbooks and tried to pull out characters I've never drawn before. And I posted 5 today that I'd never drawn before on cards, and I don't know. Let's see if I can. I'm going to try to see how many I can do with those, at least of the ones that have any legitimate chance of people wanting to buy, because some of those characters were put in like, in these handbooks that were made in 1989 of a character that maybe came out in 1988 and was never seen again before. So I don't know, and they just look like nothing.
Right. Well, here, I'll see if I can share a screen here, and I can show you which
All right.
pieces it was. Where is my share screen here? There it is. It is still on the homepage because it's like the most commented, one of the most commented pieces on Comic Card Fans in the
Oh,
last
there
week.
you go.
So yeah, look
Yeah,
at
I think
that.
that was the first time I ever offered it as a group. But I've been trying to do that a few more times recently. I had a
Uh,
crazy idea of offering the Squadron Supreme as a group, but that's like 25 characters. I don't think I'm going to
that's
do that.
that's gonna take, yeah, that's a little bit extra work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done them
Well,
all at least several times. Um, and you have one of the odder Marvel Age pages with Squadron Supreme up for today.
we
So
do. Yes, it was a great what if spinoff. Of, what if the Squadron Supreme were backup singers for Diana Ross? No,
Diana
the
Ross and the
story you didn't know
Squadron
you needed
Supreme.
to read, but
Yeah,
there it is. Yeah, and there was also a nice. I don't know if this was more vintage or not. I saw that somebody else had posted something. Where was that? Paul P, who collects a lot of Spider-Man stuff. He posted this. I don't know what year this was done though. Uh,
yeah,
let's see. It doesn't say, but a nice team shot there.
yep.
Now that stuff you don't do that kind of work right now, right? Those
What's that?
well, like a group shot on something like for this. This
Well, this card, yeah, I do it once in a while, but it's to keep the to keep up with the five cards a day. Sometimes it's easier to just do five single characters.
Mhm.
These obviously take longer, which is why I charge more. They're fun to do though. I should do more of those. I always say I should do more of these group characters. And yeah, maybe I will.
Well, maybe we'll work that into some of the stuff you can do for OAX. Well, we've got a lot of time to think about it. But yeah, so
Yes. Oh yeah.
Hoarders Hide mentioned that they've picked up, not from you probably, but some of your classic cover redos, and they haven't shared them on CAF yet, so they got to get them posted up on our website. But yeah, that's the great thing is I don't know where you rank in like popularity as for collectors, like the most collected artists on CAF, but I know you're in the top 50. So we'd have to go and look and see like where you're at. But you got to be creeping up there because you're still so prolific and putting work out there that uh yeah. uh,
It's easy to be prolific when the drawings are small.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I
We
know. I'm
uh
just
we
saying. Five
we
of my
love small
cards,
cards.
they're
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
faster than someone full page.
sure. Jeff
Yep.
Wedding picked up a Dazzler, so I guess that's well, Jeff Wedding has picked up a lot of cards. You probably know his mailing address by heart. Uh, you know,
Well, it
yeah,
always looks familiar when I see it. Yeah.
right, exactly. Let's see.
So
Alberto says he's still waiting for Megan from Excalibur, but
yeah,
Fred hasn't done that one in forever.
oh, you know what? Actually, I just realized I have a Megan that I haven't put up yet. In
Ah,
a costume I haven't done before. Okay, Alberto, I'll put that up in the next few days. I promise. I hope
wow.
maybe it's the one you're looking for.
If
I
it's
know I
not
did
the
another Megan last week, but it was a different. She apparently has different costumes.
let's see, what is this? Number one Marvel fan says Fred needs to do more like the Daredevil that he posted. I guess large. Well, you typically don't work in large boards any
Oh,
longer,
yeah, I
right?
probably should. When the pandemic came along, I didn't want to go to the post office, and that's why I just turned it into cards only because I could just put them in the cards and put them out in the box in front of the house.
Right.
Thus, no post office. But
Makes
maybe,
sense.
and then the time is not available. But yeah, Daredevil is very popular. Maybe I should do. I almost did a Daredevil piece for this show, but I didn't, did I? Oh,
No, you did not.
well, I'll have to do it next time.
We've got what do we have? A couple Spideys. We got a Captain America. We got Legion of Superheroes. Ditko villains. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of different characters, but not that one.
no.
What is
Okay,
this?
next time, Daredevil.
Yeah, next time Daredevil. Yeah, exactly. Um, all right. Well, would you? I think we could probably start the sale
Oh
and start
boy,
showing off the pieces.
you
Yeah, always the fun part. We've got
you
67
people are ready.
people
I'm
watching
ready.
live right now. And
Okay.
yeah, for those of you, I think everybody's probably familiar with how we do art sales on the channel, but I do have a couple slides I can show everyone and remind myself of all the points, the finer points of all this. I mean, one thing we'll say in advance is remember, hit that live button on YouTube. It's in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. That way you're as live as everybody else. At least we're in a auction format for all the lots that we're going to show today, so it makes it a little bit easier. But as long as you can be as current in the stream as everyone else, it'll make the rest of the show that much more enjoyable for you. I have all of the artwork in hand, and we will be showing the 16 lots that we have available today. We're bookending the lots like we always do with the sketch card commission opportunity, where you get to give Fred the character of choice. And so those, the lot 1 and lot 16 will be those, but the pieces that he sent me are going to be lots 2 through 15 today. If you win any of the auctions today, you're going to email sales@comicartfans.com after the show. And let me know which lots you won and send me your mailing address right at that moment. It's always good to have it in advance. We like payment within 48 hours. We prefer Zelle and Venmo, and if you're not in the US, Wise is a good option. We'll even take a personal check if you can do that. If you have to use PayPal, we do charge a service fee of 4% for those in the States and 5.5 if you are not in the United States. What else we got here? Yeah, shipping prices. These are pretty fixed. Domestic shipping on everything is $35. International is 70 these days. I can tell you if you were in Australia or the Netherlands, it's almost $85 these days to send stuff, unfortunately. But we'll work out that after the show is over and we know where we're shipping the artwork to. We ship everything in Masonite, so it's not bulletproof, but I think you can run over it with a U.S. postal truck, and it will not damage the artwork. It's not a guarantee, but close to one. Outside of that, yeah, we fulfill everything here. I've got all the artwork in hand except for the commission style pieces that we'll be auctioning off, and I think that about covers it.
Also, it will not. When I send the cards out, I will not charge $35.
No, no, the cards. Yeah, you charge a lot less for that.
It's
Yeah,
just I just stick it in an envelope, so it's but I
right,
understand.
that's true. And I'll be honest, if somebody was buying one of the 9x12s and they only got one of those, it would probably be more like $25. That's and I've shipped a ton of 9x12s the last 30 days because of Mystery Sketch, so I know what those cost. Any
Yep.
of the larger pieces, though, definitely are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit more pricey.
Yep.
Let's see here. I don't think we have any questions in the chat to address before we get in here. James Siegel is hoping that you do a Goblin Princess Megan sometime,
I'll
but
write that down.
that is a popular character, and
Apparently,
Magic is always popular, but you
I
probably already
didn't.
know that.
No, I did not know that until I saw how it went this morning. Yeah, magic, huh? All
Magic,
right.
yeah. When we do the mystery sketch, the Magic is the #1 requested character. We had
Really?
600 requests. Yeah, and it was probably at least 25 of the 600 were for Magic, and it's pretty diverse. Obviously, a lot. You only get one character
Right.
requested out of the 600, but so to get 20 to 25 of the same character is pretty unique. I mean, we don't even get that many Batmans, for instance, or Spider-Mans or Supermans. It's
Wow.
Magic #1.
Huh. Is that
Just
is that utilizing a costume that's not the original one, or is there?
uh,
A,
yeah, I mean, a lot of them like the big sword, and some like the horns. I mean, so it's the kind of
I'll
variations on
I'll look it up.
the
I
themes
think
they
I've
are.
only ever drawn her as the original version, so I'm gonna have to Google those pictures and see what I can do for you magic fans.
Yes, yeah, you'll be surprised,
Write that down.
or
Magic.
not surprised.
Yeah.
I guarantee if we do pre-OX with you, that there'll be a few magic requests set in there for certain. James says he likes the Bachalo version, so one of the more modern ones. And Tintin was #1 this year. Did you get a Tintin request for Mystery
Yeah, yeah, I
Sketch?
did the Tintin for Alberto
Okay, there we go. So
and Snowy.
and Snowy. Yeah, Alberto was a very prolific buyer this time around. I don't recall the final count, but I think he picked up about 100 mystery sketches all by himself. Maybe even a little
Oh,
more than 100,
my
110.
goodness.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been meaning to ask him if he's gotten them all in the mail yet. He's got to be close by now because it's been just a little over 30 days since Comic Art Live. But
sure.
and he hasn't scanned and posted them all to Comic Art fans yet. There you go. And yes, he is acknowledging the the Tintin piece. Awesome. All right, well, let's get this thing going. We got
Woohoo!
again 16 lots here. We're going to start off with a commission style piece. Everybody's very familiar with Fred's sketch cards. They're his own. Do you cut them yourself? Or you buy them, right? I think you told me you buy your sketch cards already pre-cut.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
as
Oh,
blanks.
I should have brought it. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, they come in little packages of 20. Although sometimes they come in packages of 21, which I found out last night.
That's
Because
always a good thing, as long as they're not 19, right?
yeah, maybe I got another one with only 19. And I don't normally count it, but I took it with me to my mother-in-law's house, and I said, I'm going to pencil the whole package. And I got 20. Wait, there's more. And so I did 21. Yeah.
All
Kind
right,
of like
let's get.
I got 14 bagels yesterday too by mistake as well. It's a big day for me.
Wow. Man, it wasn't your birthday.
No, no.
Well, here, let's take a look at it so we can remind everybody how we're doing this. We have an opening bid on these is at $50. So lot 1 and lot 16 will be for a single character of your choice on one of Fred's 2.5 by 3.5 inch sketch cards. So if you're looking for to fill one of your team slots here, this is your opportunity to do that. I don't know if anybody's ever told us that they were fulfilled that goal by picking any of these up, but now's your chance. It's an opportunity.
Yep.
And I'm not looking at the chat, so I need to slide things over here. Okay, Jeff has us at $100. Thank you very much, Jeff. See, it's fun getting to pick your own characters here rather than I mean, sometimes you could wait a long time before your character of choice ends up on eBay. So how many cards a day? Do you really draw 5 cards a day, Fred, or do you kind of stockpile?
I stockpile whenever I can. I try to do at least 5 a day so that I can start building up a backlog. There have been times when it was a time about a year or so ago where I had 300 ahead. And there was also a
Really?
time a few months ago when I had 5 ahead. So,
Well,
right
that's
now
incredible.
I'm about
If
30, I'm about 50 ahead at this point.
Well, that's good.
So it's
About a
hard
week
to
and a
say.
half. Well, I mean, when you sit down to work on the sketch cards, how many can you knock out if you sit down for 4 hours?
Um, well, I
Well,
don't usually sit for 4 hours, but
no,
sometimes
okay, not anymore.
no,
Okay,
no,
2 hours.
not 2 hours. I could probably. Well, I pencil them all for a while, and then I ink them all at once. Not in other words, I don't pencil it, ink it, and color it in that order.
You'll finish one. You
Yeah,
okay.
I don't finish one, but I penciled I inked 7 of them this in an hour this morning before I got on with you guys.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, I guess I penciled about 15 of them in 2 hours the other night. And I can color about 5 or 10 in an hour. It's hard to say.
Just it depends on the mood and the characters, probably. So I'm going to say final warning on this one. Jeff's our top bidder at 175 right now,
Well,
and
175.
there will be another opportunity with with lot 16 to get a
Yep.
character of your choice. So Rick W and Tom and well, no, those were those who were bidding. We'll have another chance to get in there. And did I miss a bid? I'm not seeing it in my stream here. Which bid am I missing? 175 shows up as okay. Everybody's telling me I'm missing a bid. Do you see an extra bid in there, Fred?
No, no, I
No, I only
don't.
see the 175. But if Rick's the high bidder, I trust everybody. I just don't want to open I don't want to open the YouTube channel and try to
Oh, I
follow.
see. I see. Rick says 200 here.
Oh, it did come in. Okay, well that's weird. Thanks everybody. Yeah, I'm glad. There we go. Rick at 200. Okay. Well then I'll say fair warning, as they say over at Heritage, and yeah. And okay, Jeff says he defers to Rick, so I guess we can go ahead and say that this first one goes to Rick. Thank you, everybody, and
Thanks, Rick.
apologies. Yeah, it did not show up in our stream here in the studio until, oh, it seems like a minute after it was posted. Okay. Rick Welch says he needs a Grimjack for the collection. Have you done
Um,
Grimjack before, Fred?
I have, but a long time ago. Not, no, I can't remember the last time I did it, but I know I've done it because I, keep copies of my cards around so I to look through to go, well, what shall I do today? And I've seen Grimjack, but it's been a long time.
All right. Well,
I haven't done too
uh,
many first characters in a
fairly
while, except maybe
consistent
He-Man.
costume there too. So, but
Yeah.
cool. Well, Rick Welch is a huge Tim Truman fan,
S-
and
s- is- Am I to understand that that's Rick's choice? Or
well, he hasn't said it yet, but
okay,
he said he had a hole in his,
I'm seeing
that he.
people here saying nice choices. It's okay.
uh,
Change your mind. No rush.
yeah, exactly. Brian Bailey says I need to hit the live button. Well, hey, I'm as live as I'm more live than you guys, so I have no idea why that we typically everything comes up in our stream here in the chat. I don't know what the issue is, but either way, thank you for everybody in the chat keeping us on task for that. So congrats to Rick Welch for winning lot one, $200. He'll obviously I'll put you guys in touch and he'll be able to tell you what his character is, and
Yep.
you will be the one handling the fulfillment and mailing it out.
Yes, I will.
So, all right, let's go ahead and hide this and we can move on to number one Marvel fan has requested twice now. Do a Jack of Hearts, Fred. That's one of
Ah,
that's one of
that will
Tom's
cost you two
favorite
hundred
characters.
dollars. I'll tell you. That's a tough one to do on a card. I've done it a few times, but it's not in any sort of regular rotation.
It's not
But
at the
yeah, I
top
should
of the
do it.
list. All right. Well, Tom, you could always just win lot 16 and then you can request the Jack of Hearts.
Yeah,
All
right.
right. So what do we got? Lot two. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the 5 commission style pieces first, then the published pieces after that. And some of the published pieces did get proxy bids, so one of the pieces has a higher than normal price because it had a couple proxy bids done on it. And then it's actually the last piece that we'll do before so lot 15 will have that. But let's go with the lot number 2. So this is a completed commission style piece, multi characters. You get Captain America, 3 sidekicks, and the Red Skull. Uh, this was done just for the show,
Yep,
correct, Fred?
correct.
And well, we appreciate that you take the time out to complete some pieces that you wouldn't normally otherwise do just for these shows that we do here. Uh, thank you, Fred, or Fred. Thank you, Jeff, for getting us started at $200. Yeah, there is a Jack of Hearts tax, Derek. That is without question.
Yeah.
All right. Alberto, who is a fan of Captain America, I've heard, has gone to 250 for this one. So thank you for that,
Uh-huh.
Alberto. You've drawn Cap quite a few times, though,
Oh,
Fred.
certainly. Yes. Pretty much since the first time I started drawing any of these characters.
Yeah, we've sold a few Caps in the past, and Alberto, it's not because we're trying to target you at all. We got a let's see. Where is that? We have a $276 bid. $25 increments are always good. Keep things moving. But a $26 increment is fine as well. So thank you, Fug Tussy. So that's a name I've not seen in the chat before, but we appreciate your bid. Oh, well, okay, 275. Okay, but Alberto has already gone to 300, so that makes it a little bit easier. Thank you, Alberto.
Okay.
I think we have another Cap piece later on, a published pice, but
Right. Yep.
yeah, I like this one. He's kind of in shorts, kind of relaxed. He's chilling in with this. But Bucky, this is the early version of
Yeah.
Bucky.
The
Yeah,
one I
Jeff.
grew up on.
Yeah, like
Yep.
you said, when the books were old, those books from the 40s. What were when you were reading? There we go. Fug has put us up to 325. Thank you very much for that. And give a shout out. I'm here. Watch. Okay, cool. Unknown 869. That's a different different handle I've not seen. Back in the old days of YouTube, Fred, people could actually have their own names in here, and about 9-10 months ago, they switched it, so everything's these weird handles anymore. And if you don't know who the person is, it gets a little weird. But
Yeah.
all right. Well, Alberto, who was in the
That's
running, has said that they will defer to Fug Tussie or Tusi. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but we'll go with that. So the winning bid of 325 goes to Fug or Foog Tussie. Thank you.
I know that person. They get a lot of my cards, but I'm blanking on who they actually are. I know
Oh,
you, but I don't know which person you are.
all
I'm
right. Well, that's
embarrassed.
that's good. So it's a regular buyer on
Yes, it is.
eBay. So that's
Yes, it
probably
is.
their username over there. Awesome. Well,
Yep.
congrats. We appreciate you tuning in today for the show. We really do. We have 80 people watching the show right now. So remember, everybody, hit the live button to keep yourself as live as possible here on YouTube. And we'll go ahead and take a look at lot number 3. And let's see. Oh, this is a fun one.
What did
Somebody
that
should
go
go.
for? Was that 325?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
325.
Sorry.
Not a problem. So there's been we've seen a lot of Spider-Man and Superman art these days, but not one by
Of
you,
course.
Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is lot number 3 on 9 by 12, priced at $200, full color as always. And I love the way you did the webs on this one, of course. Getting the
Oh
just
yeah.
the
There's.
blue webbing. Somebody should throw this over to Marvel and DC and tell them this should become a variant for that Spider-Man Superman book. They could throw in a cool background or
Yeah.
something.
That kind of. That's why I was kind of inspired by that.
Right.
Yeah.
There's I mean, other than the published cover, I think there's been like 20 different variants that have been put out there over the past few months. I actually have one here from Brian Hitch that I helped him sell. So it's like very, very, very popular. So it's a timely you got your finger on the pulse still, Fred. So
Mm-hmm.
this was the right piece to put in there. So Seth is our high bidder right now at $300. Thank you, Seth W. We appreciate that. And we appreciate Jeff putting that extra bid in there as well. And you've drawn both of these characters quite a bit over the
Quite
years.
a bit. Yep. Pretty much from the get go.
And we have another bid in here. Trying to read the avatar. It's tiny. I can't. The real something. But
Then there's
Seth was,
another one after that.
yeah, there and I show. So Seth W at 350. Thank you, Seth. We appreciate that. Yeah, no, great piece. I actually have a couple 9 by 12s that have Spider-Man on it of my own. I don't have a colored piece by you though, but
Oh.
now we
Okay.
have now that you're coming to OEX, I can rectify that situation and get something. Okay, we've raised it up to 375. Thank you very much. Oh, now I can read it. The Real Estate and Investment Show. Okay, that's probably their YouTube channel as well. So hey, awesome to have you tuning in. I see. So it's an abbreviation. The re and I got it. Okay, so 375 is our high bid. If we can get a bid of $400, we'll keep this thing going for a little bit longer. But again, classic piece here. You still have connections at Marvel, don't you, Fred?
Yeah, a little bit. I do.
Well, it's funny when
No.
I was looking at comics.org, it's like the last regular, kind of published work that you did was always for Marvel. So if you still have connections there, you might send this scan in. If you want me to give you the high res scan that I got, you can say, hey, let them know there's an opportunity here.
Here's a good cover for you.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, and regarding that, I meant to say this earlier, but I'll say it now. Thank you for doing the scans for me, Bill. I appreciate
Oh,
that so much.
not a problem.
Okay.
Not a problem at all. I mean, I have a larger scanner here, and yeah, so those 14 by 17 pieces are you got to do 2 scans and stitch them together. So even here, so
Oh,
it's good.
okay.
It's good that you send them in. All right. Well, we are at 425, and I will say fair warning. In 15 seconds, we'll close this one, and move on to the next piece if we don't get another bid. Remember, we are 5 seconds ahead of everybody in the stream. So those of you who are watching us live, when I say 15 seconds, it really means 10 for you. So if we don't get another bid, we'll call this one and move on to the next piece, which is
Okay.
another multi-character piece. And I think we can go ahead and call this one. Thank you. The Real Estate Investment Show and Investment Show.
Yes, thank you, Show.
Yes, we're in the future, Alberto. It is a interesting place to be. You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Well, thank you for
Yep.
tuning in today.
Thank you.
All right, I got that written down. And remember, anybody who wins a lot today, you're going to be emailing sales@comicartfans.com after the show. and we'll take care of arranging an invoice and collecting your shipping information. All right. So next up, let's go ahead
Hmm.
to lot number 4. And again, this is a multi-character piece. You get the Fantastic Four, you get Spidey again, you get the Hulk in this one, you get Reed being a little handsy there with Sue, and I guess that made her tingle a little bit when he touched her, so she's on the defensive in some weird way.
Hmm.
What were
She's
you
trying to
thinking
hide.
when you were pulling this one together?
I don't know. I don't know. Just trying to, you know, make some make a design. It's actually based on a drawing I did several years ago, but it came up on my Facebook feed, and I said, "Oh, this is kind of nice, but I could do it better." So I kind of did what I consider a improved version of it. But I like the fact that it got all the characters together, including the Hulk and Spider-Man with the FF. Yep.
Yeah, the Hulk and the Thing don't look like they're gonna fight. They look like they might go out for a beer or something. So
Yeah.
So Seth got it started at 250, and then Jeff came in at 300. Justin, show official, that came in a little late with his 275, but Gabe Carino is our high bidder right now at 325. So $25 increments are good for us here. Oh, thank you, Jeff, for going to 350. Well, that's good. When you revisit an older piece that you did, because you can do it a little different and still keep it fun and fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? That was another, yeah, a piece that was put up on eBay many years ago. But I said, I can do this better now. And it looks good. So, because I'm always looking for ideas when I do these shows for you guys, but trying to come up with characters that people might actually want to spend some money.
Mhm.
I'd love to do a Blackhawk. I've never done the Blackhawks. I keep thinking I've got to do the Blackhawks as a group,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
haven't done it yet.
Well, there's definitely a few collectors I know that would be interested in a piece like that.
Even the cards, I've been thinking I should do but if I ever did a Blackhawk group, I would sell them all at once because I wouldn't want people to like buy a Chuck but can't get a Hendrickson, you
Right.
know. Yeah. Because it'd
Well,
be like eight more years before I did another Hendrickson or something.
right.
So
Yeah, no, that's true. As everybody knows too,
that's
Fred did
Chicago.
the auction poster for us
Right.
for OAX in 2025, right? Yeah, that piece was fun. I regret not bidding harder on that one to actually get it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
I forget who won that, but that was an awesome piece. And I actually have a 2 foot by 3 foot printout of that artwork. It was that every attendee and guest signed, and I haven't framed it yet. I got to get that on the wall. But you know what? Since you're coming to OX, I'm going to take it and I'm going to get you to sign it.
Oh, there
Then
you
I
go.
then I can frame it and put it on the wall.
There it is. Sure.
All right. Well, we haven't got another bid here, so I'll say in another 10 seconds, if we don't get another bid, Jeff is going to get this one at 350. And forever hold your peace. And we move on to some bigger pieces after this. The next two pieces are they're the commission style pieces, but they have 24 characters on each of them
Yep.
in the grid pattern that you've done in the last few shows.
Yep.
So I think we're going to go ahead and give this one to Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
You can probably hold on to that and ship some sketch cards that he's going to pick up from eBay as well.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. No, I got to ship this one because I got it. I'm
that's
sorry.
right.
What am I
Wait,
thinking?
you got me
All right.
confused there for a second.
Yep,
Oh no,
yep,
oh no.
exactly. No, it's
I'm good.
what am I going to say? I got no excuse. But thank you, Jeff. We certainly appreciate it. All right. So here's one of the bigger pieces, and I think everybody's going to have fun taking a look at this because these are awesome in person. So lot number 5, you get 24 Legion of Superheroes in their order of introduction,
More or
down
less.
more or less.
I think the last one on there is the lone wolf character who became Timberwolf, I guess.
Hmm.
But there was also a character called Chemical King who was in the Legion maybe for an issue or two, not very long. So he should have been on there instead of the last one. But since the lone wolf character had more longevity, I decided to put him on. I don't know.
Well, it's you're the creator. You get to take any liberties with the order that you want. So,
I guess
Wayne,
so,
did
but
you?
I don't want to, if somebody is a real,
Somebody was being a stickler for
right.
the yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
they're it's the last one. You know, you were able to play around with that one. So a piece like this, you were talking about doing pencils. Do you pencil all the characters first and
Oh, yeah.
then ink?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, and Wayne is our high bidder right now at 550. We thank each page a world for making the $500 bid prior to that. So thank you both. Yeah, I saw Alberto said, "Where's Margaret?" Yeah, Margaret is she's I haven't seen her in the chat, but she is one of our top Legion of Superhero fans that are out there. But not everybody can tune in on a Saturday afternoon. But she'll if well, depending on who gets this, we know it'll wind up on CAF, so she'll get to see it after the fact. But no, you always try to do a couple of these, and you've mixed them up with the teams and or
Hmm.
characters and their villains. I mean, did you always know that you were going to do a Legion of Superheroes, or is this something that when you were
Yeah.
racking your brain? Yeah,
The last time around, I thought, it was one of the options.
so I
And
think
I,
we did JLA JSA was
and
one of them from the last
Avengers and
and
X-Men, I've done
Avengers.
all those. So I
Yeah.
said, the Legion, got to do the Legion. Because I briefly thought of trying to, I don't know, turn this into, I don't know, 48 characters, because I could probably fill that with other Legions. But then I realized that was crazy, so I didn't do it.
Right. You don't want to have to do like a, I don't know, either a 14 by 34 or 17 by 28 page to just cram in as many Legionnaires as you can. But thank you for that, Wayne. But so Wayne is our high bidder. So you're right, we can do a Legion part two, Robert. I like that. And hey, Michael Lovitz, he says he
I,
likes
I could do the
projections
Legion
here.
all over again with their later day costumes.
That's true. Plenty of territory to mine with
Yep.
this one. But if we don't get another bid in 15 seconds, we'll call this one for Wayne. And thank you, Wayne, for bidding on this. I saw Wayne briefly at Heroes. Um, let's see here. Uh, yeah, and see, Wayne says it would be awesome if you did another one. Okay, well, there we go. That's always good. All right, well, we're going to call this one for Wayne. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne.
Wayne keeps adding great piece after great piece to calf. But I think he had a little bit of a lull. But so we're waiting for more scanning from Wayne now that he's got a good scanner. So congrats once again. So we're gonna move on to lot 6. This will be the last commission style piece that we have, and it is a rather fun one. So I want to hear from you why you decided to go the route of Spidey and the early Ditko villains.
Because that's my favorite Marvel comic.
Absolutely.
Spider-Man by Steve Ditko. Yeah, that's the top. I love those comics. So I actually did a couple of years ago. I did a set of, not a set because I sold them separately, but I did every Ditko character, including the supporting characters and some of the really obscure villains. And I just kind of revisited that approach, and this time, narrowing it down to the villains um, of the era. I couldn't get them all. I couldn't get them all in. There were several I had to leave out, but they're mostly there, and I tried to draw them in a bit more of at least keep the Ditko roots available, or as opposed to making them totally look like my stuff. Just a little bit here and there, but yeah, I love those characters. It's fun,
Yeah,
fun
and
to.
contrasting this to the Legion piece, which was cool, and you could see more of their costumes. I love the fact that these are almost like mugshots. They're you've pulled the viewer in a little bit more, and
Right.
yeah, this piece is pretty cool. Thank you, Ron, for the $600 bid. Wayne just put in a $650 bid, and let me add, I saw Wayne ask this, and I'm happy to do it. San Diego is what, like a little over 3 or 4 weeks away or a month away. I'm happy to deliver any of these pieces. to San Diego, I will be there. So if you want to avoid shipping fees altogether, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm already bringing a pretty, my usual large size portfolio. So if anybody wants that, we can save on shipping altogether, and I'll deliver them in person. But yeah, this is great. I love it. The funny thing is I'm looking, I'm having a brain fart here on the second character in the third row. Why am I?
Second character in the third row. The alien character.
Yes. Why am I
Yeah,
can't. I'm like, it's just not computing for me at the moment. I'm gonna have to go back
that
and look.
was that was from the second issue, the Terrible Tinkerer,
Oh, right, 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 right.
and he
Oh
took
my
the
gosh,
mask
how could I
off,
forget that?
and then he was actually an alien.
Yep.
And I know someone asked, and it was already answered, but the guy on the top row there, fourth one in, is just a guy named Joe, who was the last uh, in the last Ditko issue, the one between the chameleon and the crime master.
Well, there you go. That was Newell that asked that. Well, no, see, Newell, you didn't know one, and I didn't know one. Just a guy named Joe. Well, Wayne, just a guy named Wayne is our top bidder at $650. I'm going to say fair warning on this one. If we don't get another bid in 15 seconds, we'll call this one for Wayne. And it sounds like I'll be delivering a few of these pieces to San Diego, which is fine by me. But yeah, no, I love it. This is a very, very cool piece in person.
Thank you.
So,
I whenever I get a chance to draw something that Ditko did initially, it's I like it. I enjoy doing it more than I enjoy doing it all the time. Let's put it that way. But I really enjoy doing the Ditko characters.
well, we're calling this one for Wayne. Thank you, Wayne. $650 is our high bid for that one.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you, Wayne.
And he gets the white glove treatment to San Diego. All right. We are now moving into the published pieces, and I can always share, if anybody wants to see things in more detail, because a lot of the strips, the published work that we're going to be showing here, they're content heavy. There's a lot of art. There's a lot of language, a lot of
Yeah.
word bubbles and balloons, and lots of copies. So I can share and zoom in on pretty much any of the images that we have here if anybody wants to see a closer look at them. I tried to make, at least on any of the horizontal pieces, I made an extra slide so that we can show the images a little bit bigger. But so we'll go ahead and switch over here to lot number 7. And some of these are just they're not a strip, but let's see. First piece. Yes, this is a splash page essentially
Yes.
from a Captain American Idol parody done on 14 by 17. So it's a pretty large board.
Yep.
And you said this was probably for one of those parody books that Rich had done, right?
Right. I honestly couldn't figure out where it was from, but it would have to be. I don't think this was my joke, and if it was, I don't know where it went. Anyway, it looks nice. So
It
is
does.
it?
I don't, the only copy I had of those, I obviously sent to the winning bidders when we showed the covers
Mm-hmm.
for some of those parody books. So I
Yep.
never, I did look inside, but I don't remember. But clearly this had to have been published there. Did Corey put the $500 bid in before? I wasn't looking at the chat, or I didn't have that open. I don't know if that's a $500 bid to start us, or uh Alberto says, I have the cover to one of those, I think from one of Fred's. Yeah, I think you do, Alberto. I
Yeah.
know you picked up one of them. Corey, could you confirm that you put a $500 bid on this before? I wasn't looking at the chat. I mean, Fred, we'll let Corey confirm it for us. Um, but yeah, this isn't the last singing related piece that we're going to show, because remember
Oh yeah.
we mentioned the Diana Ross "What If" uh, crossover piece that's coming up here in a little bit. But I did think that was funny that you pulled two pieces where the main character is belting out a tune.
Yeah, that's a pure coincidence, and you're just like I said, you're lucky we don't get the Nightcat strip in here.
Well, you
Nightcat
said
being
that,
that
and
famous singer that they focused on. Yes,
I think that would be fun. The
I'll
nightcap.
I'll try to
Although,
find it. Yeah.
well, it's So I'm waiting to hear from Corey if if that was a bid or not, because I don't know. I feel like it came in before I showed the piece, but maybe not. Um, and our chat is kind of has it ground to a halt. Is anybody out there? I can't
Hello.
tell. Yeah. Well, it concerns me because we missed that other bid that didn't show up the first time it was posted. But
Right.
okay, Alberto says he's pretty sure it was bid. See, the timing of it was just weird for me. But yeah. All right. We see him now. We testing. We got it. All right. Well, I'll highlight Corey's. Yeah, everybody's trying to. Okay. Yeah. Let Corey know that we're just wanting him to confirm it because at least from my side here, it might have came in. We know miss things. Okay. It showed up after the photo. All right. Chat is broke for me. Okay. So, well, Tom said something earlier about the chat acting a little funny tonight. So I don't know if it's a YouTube problem or not, but no problem. So we're gonna go ahead and Corey, just if you could confirm for us that you have a $500 bid on this one, we're all good. Uh, and apologies, we don't control YouTube here though. Everybody, unfortunately, we can't guarantee that their chat will work just fine. It was a real bid. Thank you very much. I'm going to highlight that and put it up on the screen. Thank you, Corey. Apologies to everybody. So we're at $500. Anybody that
Okay.
and would like to raise the bid, please do. Otherwise, in about 20 seconds, we'll go ahead and hide this one. So yeah, again, I knew we were going to show another Captain America, and we have. And you get Doc Strange in this one as well, and Dormammu, and uh, I didn't get to read this one before before it came out. What does Little John say? Switch from all messages to top messages and back. And he says that fixed it for him. All right. So yeah, maybe YouTube is just having a little funky thing going on in there with their live chat. Uh, Hopefully it's not spilling down to Fred and I here, but if we miss a bid, everybody, I'm sure will let us know. You helped us through that one situation earlier today. But all right, if I don't, fair warning on this one though, if we don't get another bid, $500 will be what this one goes for. And we'll move on to the next slot, which will get us halfway through the auction today. I locked up. Must be solar flares, says Jeff.
Yes.
Well, you are kind of a scientist, Jeff, so you would know if solar flares were having any kind of issues here impacting our sale today. Yeah, they are. All right. Well, we're going to call this one for Corey. Thank you, Corey. And
Thank
that
you.
is $500 for this one. That's lot number 7. Okay, let me go ahead and I can hide that. And we'll go ahead to lot number 8. And this is a more recent piece. I think you said this was
Yes.
published in May of 2025,
Yeah.
correct?
Just, yep. Not much. Wow. I thought it was less than a year old, but it's a year old.
It's a year old,
Okay.
yeah. And this was so Watchmen. You get the Charlton heroes as well. And it was published. I didn't put it in there. I guess I didn't have room. Comic Book Creator magazine
Right.
in May. So was this a request from them for
Nope.
you?
This was me coming up with an idea. Like I got to do something this, what am I doing this month? And I thought, well, they never really seen the Charlton characters standing next to the characters that Watchmen were, that they were based upon. So threw that one together, and there it is.
I love it. I
It
absolutely
was it
love it. It
was
was just
done in color in the magazine, but that's just my black and white. I wish I knew the number, but it was of the issue, but it's one from the last year or so. So if you collect those magazines, you can probably figure it out. They only sent me 2 copies of those, so I couldn't really send you a copy like
no,
I
no
did with
problem.
the Unity and stuff like that.
Well, we have a lot of interest in this one, as I kind of expected. It's just a fantastic piece.
Oh,
Again,
okay. Wow, good. Yeah.
I've not seen anybody, do a take on the characters like this, putting them together, and this one
Yeah,
was just so fun.
that's why I wanted to do it. So I got to do it. No one else is doing it. I'm going to have to do it. Sure.
Breaking new ground, Fred Hembeck,
There you go. Oh, yeah. That's me.
and it not
Stuck in the
slowing
90s.
down. And okay, what do we have?
Yeah.
Rich Cirillo came in here. It's 675. Thank you, Rich. Rich picked up a very nice piece from you at the last sale show he did. He got the one with the Stanley birthday cake.
Oh, yeah, that one. Sure. Yeah.
And I hand delivered that one to him at Comic Art Con in the fall. So Wayne's in now at $700. Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah. Thank you, Wayne.
Tom said, "Peacemaker makes the peace." He does look pretty menacing in this one. Oh, Derek is not playing around. He just jumped up to $900 on this one.
I just never know what's going to happen because I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, the composition on the piece is just really fun.
Yeah.
With the way you put the border around the piece, the mist around the characters. I mean,
Yep.
this is gorgeous. It really is. Oh, and Wayne has
Thank you.
put in a $950 bid. Thank you, Wayne. Yeah. No, this is special, and I would have liked to have seen how they color it, but that's you can send me a picture.
Yeah, I should do that. I'll dig it out.
But okay. Derek has bowed out on this one and wants to let everybody know it is a great piece. Absolutely. No, this one's fantastic and published in
Yeah.
the Comic Book Creator Magazine, May 2025. Every no, this is a good one. All right, I'll just say fair warning, 15 seconds. Nobody else throws a bid in here. We're good with Wayne's $950 bid. But yeah, and hey, if Wayne gets it, I get to look at it for another month, so I'm happy about that too.
Oh,
Oh,
someone
and
jumped in.
all right. Well, yeah, I mean, we were almost there, but we have another 975 bid, so thank you for that. Again, the fun thing, Fred, is that a lot of these publications do let you do what you want to do, and I think that's kind of the special part in all this, that they trust you to do something that they know their readers are going to like, and yeah, I, I
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful, and Wayne thinks it's wonderful too. He's put in another. He's gotten us up to $1,000 on this one.
My, I'm
Yeah.
amazed.
Well, see, you never know. You never know, Fred. So,
I know exactly. I never know. Wouldn't have picked
all right,
this
well,
as the high one at this point. Oh, we just
yeah,
jumped another.
it did. Thank you, the Real Estate and Investment Show. We're up to $1,100 on this one, and $1,200 as well. Thank you, Wayne. And we have 81 people watching live right now. So for those of you who are watching the show on YouTube, remember to hit that thumbs up. That helps more people realize the show is going on live. They can stroll in here and watch the sale with everyone else. And it's easy to do. There's the thumbs up icon. Just hit that, and we would appreciate it. All right, we have a $1,250 bid. Newell, I don't think we're gonna cut to the chase like that, but hey, it's a nice thought. So we're
Hey,
1250 right now.
imagine how much I could have gotten of this if I had Dr. Manhattan not wear those shorts.
You never know. Yeah, you just never know. We're $1,300 right now. Thank you, Wayne. Yeah, it is a very nice piece. Absolutely. And yeah, well, it just gives you more to think about, Fred, when we're thinking about pieces to do for the next sales show we do, or
Mm-hmm.
we have OEX coming up. Um, all right, we have gone up to 1450 on this one from the Real Estate and Investment Show. Thank you for that. Yeah. No, guys, I'm telling you, it is a special piece. It really is. And again, published. We're in the
Yep.
published section of this show. Wayne is at 1500. So fantastic. Thank you, both of you, for your interest in
Okay.
this piece.
Yeah.
James says Fred could draw a Dr. Manhattan overlay if you wanted one. But no, the piece is in my hand now.
No.
That'll be on the next piece that we do. You can have
I have
his
drawn the naked Dr. Manhattan for eBay, but I always, when I post it, I put a Band-Aid over it. And I say, Band-Aid is removable, you know. So, yeah.
Well,
But
that's
that wouldn't be the case in this one.
it's true to the show. It's true to life.
Yeah.
I was just going to say fair warning, Tom, before we got the 1650 in there. So I'm still leaving it open here. Let's see if Wayne's still in or not. We'll know. We do these things very gentlemanly around here. Usually, when somebody's done, they let us know they're bowing out. But we are at 1650 right now for this 9x12 Watchmen with the Charlton characters on it as well. So we'll see if Wayne has another bid in here. Otherwise, the real estate and investment show will be picking this one up. Do I hear? Yeah, I don't do that. I'm not like the heritage auctions auctioneers that are very, they're seasoned at doing auctions, whereas I only do these shows with Fred. We all the other ones shows we typically do fixed prices. So Wayne is back in at
Oh, really?
1,700.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, we I enjoy doing it. It's fun, but I only do
No,
them
I
once
like
every
it
6
too.
months.
Sure. If we did fixed prices, I don't think I would have fixed this one at 100, at
Right, you just
1,800.
never know, right? That's the
No,
thing.
you don't.
So we're at 1,800, 1,900 now with Wayne.
Oh
Thank you,
God.
Wayne. Thank you, the Real Estate and Investment Show, for your bids as well. Come back in. Yes, gosh, you guys. Yeah, this is you've got all of the language used in those heritage auctions. They are fun. I mean, I'm sure like everyone else, I watch those definitely on the first days for the show for the auctions because they are fun. It's like a sporting event. I guess this is like a mini sporting event here. So the Real Estate and Investment Show is back in. Okay, and just so I say that Wayne is back in at $2,100. Thank you, Wayne. Fred's going on vacation, says Ilya. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who didn't hear because you weren't here at the beginning of the show, Fred is has agreed to come to OEX in
You bet.
2027, March 2027. So we're thrilled to have him as our first officially announced guest, and
And now we're
yeah,
having fun with numbers.
we are having fun with numbers now. 2222 from the Real Estate and
It's
Investment
fun.
Show.
Any numbers that are bigger are fun for me.
That's right. Exactly. But yeah. Okay. Wayne has announced that he is out. We can call it 2222. Very unique number there for the Real Estate and
Yeah.
Investment Show. And I just write it as
Yeah.
the REANDI show. All right. Congrats to you for winning this one. And
Yes. Thank you
it's
so much.
it is a beauty, and if you have a calf gallery, I hope it winds up on calf because I know this is one that
I
we get a
can't
lot
wait.
of views.
Can't wait to tell my editor how much this went for.
Make them feel
John.
bad about what they paid you for it, and then you can say, "Well, I made this in
Oh,
the
they
end."
didn't pay me very much. I'll tell you that much. But
All
yeah,
right, so
very
that,
nice.
that we
I guess
we
it
hit
all
the halfway.
balances out.
Yes, exactly, and as it should.
Hmm.
Let's see. So we made it to the halfway point here with lot 8. So we'll go ahead and switch over to lot number 9. And we've talked a lot about this piece.
What have we
And it's
next?
the
Oh, yes.
Diana Ross with the Squadron Supreme as her backup vocalist. And as you can tell from the watcher in those first sets of panels, he kind of has a dilemma. He talks about the What If comic and the some of the troubles that he's had, and he pitches the idea of a what if with the squadron that no one expected, which is them being backup vocalists for Diana Ross. So how did this one come about?
I don't know.
You don't
Probably because they said do something with the Squadron Supreme, and
know.
my mind probably eventually went immediately to Diana Ross and the Supremes,
Ah, that's
and then I said, okay, I've got the point. Now let's see if I can write something that makes sense. And I wrote it, and it kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's all I can tell you about that one. Don't know why I did that.
well,
Except
it
I
is a
was always
fun
a
one,
big fan of Diana Ross.
right? And this one, should mention too. It's on 9.5 by 12 board, mounted to a almost 11 by 17 board, and it has just for some reason this one has kind of a dust overlay on it that doesn't have anything on it, but that's
I
how the
just
board.
left it the way Marvel returned it to me.
Right, right, and I can even show. See, I knew I had to put a closer one.
Yeah, I didn't put it on that paper either. I mean, I
Oh,
didn't.
you didn't mount it on the board. Maybe they
No,
did that.
that's all Marvel.
So they did all. You sent it in on the size that you had drawn it on, and they mounted
Yeah, I
it.
was
Okay,
just using my own paper as opposed to Marvel paper in those early days, and so they just, I guess, wanted to mount it on something a bit more substantial.
that makes sense. I mean, it is. Seemed like it was standard illustration board that it was drawn on already, but yeah. So we're at $400 with Gabe Carino. Earthquake got us started at 350. Thank you, Earthquake OA. Gabe Carino. Well, gosh, I haven't seen Gabe since the fall when I went to Comic Card Con at Anthony's Warehouse. But nice to have your bid in here, Gabe. We appreciate it. And yeah, you won't see something like this probably done ever again, because who could tie those two things together but
Yep.
Fred? And I'll hand lettering too. You don't
Oh,
mess around.
oh yeah, hand lettering. Yep.
Uh,
Some pages I have here at the house that I didn't put up for you guys. More lettering than drawing on them. Maybe we'll get to those someday, but for now, we try to at least balance the lettering with the artwork.
Yeah, that Captain Marvel piece has got a lot of lettering on it,
A
but
lot
we'll
of
get to
lettering,
that.
yeah.
That one's probably the more wordy. Brian had a question for you. He said, "Fred, what do you use to ink with?"
What do I use ink with? Rapidographs. Yeah, I forget what the brand. I think it's Mars. I'm not sure. Used to be Mars. No, but I different um, tips, different widths. You know, you mix them up, thick,
Are those
thin,
the
that
ones
kind
that
of.
you can refill?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. When I thought I was going to be an illustrator in the 80s, I had a lot of rapidograph pens, those ones where you unscrewed the ink reservoir and filled it up and then put it back on. But those
Right.
are rapidographs. You have to keep them the tips clean. I mean,
Yeah.
or you just chuck them when they get a little dirty.
I no, I've gone through several sets. You know, I've had to buy them over and over. Once in a while, they fall on the floor and they break the tip. That's the worst. That hasn't happened in a while because each pen's about $30-$40.
Right. They weren't cheap.
You can buy sometimes cheaper just to buy the whole set again. And
Hmm.
to and have them on hand when you need them. So I have several sets of pens that I don't ever use because they're different. They're either too small or too large. But I mainly use like 3 or 4 different sizes,
Okay.
and then a Sharpie to fill in the blacks areas.
Well, Gabe Carino is our high bidder at 550, and I'll call fair warning. And if we don't get another bid in the next 15 or 20 seconds, we'll give this one to Gabe and move on to the next lot. Corey Rust has thrown out a request. He's asking if you have any more of those Rocketeer pages laying around. I don't know if you have any other strips that you've done that have the Rocketeer in
I
them,
did
but
do a Rocketeer page recently for the comic creator magazine, the same place that we saw the wonderful Charlton Watchmen people.
oh, cool.
I'll have to put that up next time.
Make a note. So there you go, Corey.
Yeah.
We'll have that available at our next show. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and call this one for Gabe Carino. Thank you, Gabe.
What was
550
550?
is
Okay.
the winning bid on that one. Thank you very much. Corey did not get the Rocketeer page. That was a really good Rocketeer page. I remember that one.
Yes, thank you. I enjoyed that too. Yep.
Okay, so we will move on to lot number 10. Let me go ahead and switch slides here. And
He's
this
going to
was
give
the
that to
one
Diana Ross. I'm reading a note here. He's
going to
going to
give
give
it.
that to Diana Ross. He knows Diana Ross?
I don't know. Gabe
Okay.
Carino.
Well, give her my best.
Yeah. So here is we have a Dateline strip from
Yes, we do.
1998 with Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel.
Who was dead at the time?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
why.
really? Is
That's
that was the gag?
that's why he was a ghost.
Ah,
That wasn't the main gag, but the fact was at that time it was a big deal about him being death of Captain Marvel and all that
of
stuff.
course.
So I couldn't. I had to make him as a ghost. Yeah.
How did they color him as a
Oh,
ghost?
this was black and white. This is back
Oh,
in the
it's
old
all
black
black.
and
Oh,
white.
that's right. Because a Dateline strip. Oh, of
Well,
course.
well, some of these were datelines in the John's magazine, John Cook's, and in the early days of his magazine, it was black and white. Now they do full color, but this was back in the black and white days.
Got it. Well, I love Captain Marvel coming in at the end there. That is fun. So Kevin Sharp is our high bidder at 425. Thank you very much, Kevin. Seth got us started with a $400 bid. We appreciate both of you. doing that. And yeah, again, yeah, 1998. Time flies, Fred.
Yeah, I know. Tell
28
me
years
about it.
ago. I
It's hard
know.
to believe.
Yeah.
When I read these, they're like totally fresh to me because I haven't read them since I, put them out.
And oh, I got the wrong size on this one. My goodness, everybody. I can't believe I didn't switch that when I
It's a
changed
big
things.
one. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's not the
this is on
yeah,
14 by 17.
yeah.
I apologize. I just how did I mess that up? I
Well,
don't
you
know how I
probably
did that.
figured since the other one was a Dateline and it was
Oh,
smaller,
that's probably what. Yeah, that's
and you
just me
figured,
and
oh
my
yeah,
dumb.
no,
I made the slides today too, so I have no one to blame but myself. It is on 14 by 17, so it is a very large piece.
it's a big one.
Even I'll even for the sake of doing it, hide the slide and just show everybody because we haven't actually shown any of the pieces off. Let's see, we only
Oh,
have
you
no
mean you holding it like,
like
yeah.
yeah. So
There
there
you
you go.
go.
That is this piece that we're looking at right now.
I think
And it is huge.
it's got
It's
some
like
little background stuff on the back too, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, it has
Just
some notes and it
little
has
notes.
some
Back when I used to put that kind of stuff on there, you can't really see it, but
had a guy with a big nose.
yeah, there you go.
But yeah, like the earlier piece as well. So not all the pieces are on 14 by 17, but several of them were. And
Yep.
yeah, so there you have that. Thank you, Tariq, for that bid to get us up to 450. And I got to switch get my slide turned on again. Where are you? Here it is. All right. Yeah. Let's see. $500 from Kevin Sharp. Thank you, Kevin. Let's see here. Yeah, these are. I don't know how I messed that up. Well, hey, if this is the only mistake I have today on a slide, I'll be happy. One a show usually is my quota. When I get to two, I get a little nervous.
Okay,
But
we'll keep an eye out.
yes, but so thank you. We're $500 with Kevin Sharp here. If we get another bid, if we don't get another bid in the next 20 seconds, we'll go ahead and call this one for Kevin and move on to the last six lots that we have here today. But yeah, a very fun piece. The Death of Captain Marvel. I'm gonna have to read. This is I think the only strip that I didn't get a chance to read before the sale.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to say.
Like I said earlier, it starts a little slow, but then by panel by the panel 4, things start get a little sarcastic. Maybe panel 5, I'm not sure. But when I was reading it, going, yeah, well, this is interesting, Fred. This is boring. You're putting me to sleep. Went, oh, now I see where we're going with this. Okay.
You gotta build everybody up as you go through
Yep.
this one. We're gonna call this one for Kevin, and yes, the real estate show. I'd be happy to show off all the pieces in hand in the next moment that I get, or at least some of them, and I'll show them all before we end the show and the broadcast. So thank you very much, Kevin.
Yes, Kevin.
I got
Thank
to
you.
see Kevin in Heroes last weekend as well. So $500 is our winning bid for this piece.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next up, let's see here. Lot number 11. All right. So this is the cover to Unity 25. And you had an extra copy of this one, so you did
Yep.
send this one in to us as well. So we have a signed copy of the comic with this piece, and it's done on 9 by 12. That is accurate, and it is. We were taking an opening bid of $400 for this one. Oh, we got a couple people coming in at a lot of people coming in at 400. Corey Rust is the one that I see coming in first at $400, and I'm just trying to get over to a couple things here. So this is a piece that we did receive a proxy bid on. I don't believe the gentleman is in the chat. They told me that they might not be, and I don't see any other bids coming in from them. So let's see, what was there? I have to go back and check what the. Okay, now I know. All right, so Spider, okay, Earthquake OA has come in at $600. Oh, okay, he's here. Yes, he is here. Thank you, Jason. I couldn't tell if I'd seen any chat from you earlier. I'm sorry. So we're at $600 on this one. So which um, yes. Southern it is a Valiant cover, and there are the okay, we're at $800 from Southern Comic Geek. Thank you, Jason. the there aren't enough Valiant fans in the world, Fred, but the ones that are, they are ravenous for Valiant.
Yes, they're
That is a
they're
good thing.
valiant. Yes, that sounds. Somebody requested this last time. That's why it's here. So
Have
I
you
remember one.
have you done other covers or work for
No, I
Valiant?
don't think so.
So
No,
this was the one and only. All right.
one time deal.
Well, thank you, Jason, for going to 800 on this, and for everybody else who bid early. Thank you. Horderside said there's too many
Oh,
Valiant fans in their opinion. Yeah, well, the thing with the Valiant fans is they're passionate and they are not afraid to spend some money on those pieces. I get it. I definitely get it. Um, yes. Oh, it's, Jason says he's the one who asked you to bring this one. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. So
thank you, Jason.
$800 is our high bid on the Unity 25 cover. If we don't get any other bids in the next 25 seconds or so, or 20 seconds or so, we'll call this one for Jason. And since he requested it, it's nice that he's our high bidder right now. Newell, I know how that goes. All right, fair warning on this one. No other bids come in. This one is going to go to Jason. So if you don't do it forever, this one will be in Jason's calf gallery in the near future. And I guess we're okay. Does yes, we're going to call this one for Jason. Southern Comic Geek. Congrats. Let's see. There's a question in here in the chat from Jason B, wanting to know if you have any of your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle artwork.
Oh, no. Or maybe I do have a cover. I'm not. No, no, no. That's right. They bought it. The IDW people. It wasn't just um, printing rights. They wanted the physical cover too. So
Oh,
no, I don't think I have any TMNT stuff around. Maybe I should do a fresh piece next time.
yeah, that would be fun. I don't think we've never had anything Ninja
Do
Turtle
people
related.
still like the TMNTs?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
keeps Kevin Eastman,
sure.
in business. Yeah, definitely. No, the turtle work is still very, very, very popular. All right, so thanks to Jason for winning this one. We'll go ahead and switch to lot number 12.
Number
And
12.
this is a very fun piece from Marvel Age 52. It's DPS from pages 16 and 17, featuring the Silver Surfer to surf by night. Again, all hand lettering. Fred,
Yep.
you're amazing when you look at these, and I love this piece. Yeah, I love the panel layout on it. I love the way you chose to tell the story. I love the four panels to the left of the surfer character splash, and then the 16 panels to the right. It's fun. It's unusual, but it works very well, and the size is right on this one. Everybody, 11 and a half by 16 and a half. All right, lots
When
of
when Marvel published a collection of my stuff, oh, 10 years ago now, is it? I don't even know. Called The House of Hem. They included this in there. So it's in one of my Marvel collections. If you know that one I'm talking about. This one had a line in it that made me laugh, but I can't remember where it is now. Oh, I think at one point the surfer who was talking to the crooks, he says something along the lines of, "I'm working on a zunch," and the guy says, "Hunch," and he goes, and the surfer says, "That too." I don't know. It just made me laugh when I read it.
You call it a zunch.
We call it
Yeah, right. Okay, we got a couple extra bits here. Paresh,
somehow that.
thank you. And Seth came back. And here, I can even show a close up. I forgot I'd loaded a slightly bigger image
There
of
it
each
is.
one. That's
Yeah,
much easier to read. And I can even, some people would like to see it in hand. And so there you go.
there it
I'm not
is.
full screen at the moment, but that is the size. There you go. Boop, like that. Yeah, it's beautiful. And on the back, see, it's got the Marvel Age stamp, issue 52, pages 16 and 17. So, yeah, very. Very, very fun piece here. So there it is, full screen again for you. Scanned better. But yeah, I love the hand lettering on that. Very, very fun. So Seth is our high bidder at $600. So Jason B, who asked about Ninja Turtle stuff, if he can commission a piece. Usually we don't do. We're doing commissions on sketch cards. There'll be a lot 16 for that. Um, Anything outside of that, I mean, we can always talk. Our email address here is sales@comiccardfans.com, so you could email us. But if you're going to OAX, Fred is going to be going to OAX in March
Yeah.
of 2027, so I can guarantee you there will be plenty of commission opportunities that come up. When we get to that kind of stage of our programming and planning, which will probably be, could be mid to late summer. So
Yep.
definitely look forward to that. If you were going to OAX, it would be a definite yes. All right, so some more bids have come in. Sorry, Paresh at 650, Seth at 675, Tariq at 700, Seth back in at 725. Thank you. Yeah, we got some bricks on this one too. You just show your versatility on this one, Fred. I mean, the way you handled the lettering the word night, so
Yeah, that
fun.
was fun. I like doing the big display lettering, making it look like a creepy Marvel. That word night looks like something they would have put on the cover of Tomb of Dracula or something.
Right.
I love lettering. I just always loved the Artie Simek lettering and the fellow who did the covers for DC. Name escapes me briefly. Yeah.
All right. Tariq is
Oh, we're
back in
going
at 850.
higher up.
Thank you, Tariq.
Okay. And this was done around the time when, the Punisher was popular, all the characters were getting dark and stuff. So I figured, hey, how about the surfer? Why not do the dark surfer? Why not?
Exactly. Well, you were your own editor. You could do anything you wanted. Thank you, Tariq TAMD 1198 for your high bid of 850. I'll say if we don't get another bid in the next 20 seconds, we'll call it. So if you're still interested in this piece, put your bid in the chat. Otherwise, we'll be moving on to the next lot. Oh, I said next lot, just like they do on the automated heritage auctions. Uh, yeah, I watch more. I mean, I tend to tune into a lot of the Wednesday auctions, Fred, and those are, they have like an automated voice going through all of it, and it's like next lot, and it slides in on the, it's weird,
uh,
it's robotic, but it's something to do. All right, well, I guess we're going to call this one for Tariq. Thank you for this one, and
yes, thank you, sir.
final bid 850.
Or ma'am.
Awesome. Okay, so we're moving on to lot number 13. And let's see here, switching over to this slide. Now, this is kind of cool. I've been wanting to get some what the artwork on a sales show at some point, and I didn't think it was going to come from you, Fred, but it
Uh-huh.
did. And I think this piece is awesome. So the opening bid on this one is $400. It's the inside back cover artwork with Fred and Sister Voodoo, whom you had an important role in. And this is on 11 by 16 and a half. So what the? I mean, why is this artwork so hard to come by? I mean, I know that I know a few collectors that have some pieces, but I know a lot of artists that just held on to this stuff.
Yeah, I have two complete stories, and holding on to them for now. Of course, then there was a story I did that John Severin inked, and drew over my layouts, so I never saw the originals for that. But this one, I'd forgotten that I'd even done this, but I was patient, going through the work. Because, what though, when it first came out, was a 4-issue miniseries. So this was in the inside back cover of the last issue saying, come on, people, write in. If you want more, let them know. And as it turned out, they did want more, but they gave it to a different editor who never used me again. So there you go.
What the heck?
I always felt kind of like, here's the comic that I should be in, but they never used me after the first 4 issues.
Well, that's not.
I
Did
know.
Did you ever work for that editor again?
No.
Hmm. All right. Well, like I said, the pages from this book are very, they almost never come up. And I thought this one was awesome. Like you said, it's trying to get the readers to extend the book. You get to be the last page in that book, basically, and then they don't use you again. But it's just when you look at the piece, and I could hold this one up, but it's better to look at the scans here. Just the way you handled the background in it. I mean, it just the piece just feels even more complete as a work of art with the way with all those fine lines wiggling in the background. It's just remarkable.
Well, I knew it was going to be printed in black and white, so you know, what
And
you see is what you got. There's no color in this one, so I
yeah,
knew I had
remind
to make
everybody
it
about Sister
prints.
Voodoo and how Sister Voodoo came about.
Sister Voodoo came about because I had this running gag with Brother Voodoo, and I figured, well, you got a brother. What else do you have? You have a sister, so you have Sister Voodoo. And there's even a strip somewhere, I don't know, with her kid, Voodoo Child. That's
Of
a
course.
reference to the old Jimi Hendrix song, Voodoo Child.
Mhm.
Yeah. Of course, that would make Brother Voodoo, Uncle Voodoo, but I never quite got that far.
I think you're writing a strip right
Yeah, I
now.
am. I never did do Uncle Voodoo. People
Oh,
tell me
boy.
they actually have a Sister Voodoo in the Marvel universe these days, but my version predated theirs. She has
Exactly. You're
a
this is
different
she is
costume.
your creation. I bet they don't give you credit for that either.
No, they don't.
That's not fair.
No,
But,
Roy Thomas is hoarding all that Brother Voodoo creator money.
yeah, I get it. But, I'll say Wayne is our high bidder at $900. Thank you, Wayne. Yeah, I think, yeah, this is a great piece. Historic in many ways.
In many
And
ways. Yep.
and I love the hand-drawn "what the" word balloon there in the first panel.
Yep.
So, I'll call fair warning on this one. If we don't get another bid in 20 seconds, we will call this one for Wayne and move on to the next lot. This is not the first
No,
appearance, though.
no. Yeah,
But was
I
it in
mentioned.
an issue of Marvel Age?
Yeah, it would have been in some Marvel Age issue.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you which one, but I know it wasn't here.
Wasn't the back, yeah, I thought Marvel Age makes more
She was
sense, but
established more or less, so to speak,
by you.
by me.
All right, well, we're calling this one for Wayne. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you,
$900
Wayne.
is our winning bid on this one. Congratulations. Another piece I'll be delivering to San Diego. All right, so lot 14 is our next one. So let me switch over to the next slide. And I'll be able to show a bigger scan of this one too.
Oh yeah.
But we'll start with this one. So the opening bid for this lot is $500. It's from Marvel Age 92. It's a DPS featuring an uncanny team up of Iron Man and Millie the model. So it is on 11 by 17 boards taped together. So it is 17 by 22. I could show that one off to everybody as well. Go here, but before I switch to the bigger image, let me switch to my camera here and show it off.
It's actually 2 pages.
Right. There we go. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's impressive.
It's the
And all
biggest one
hand
you got.
lettered once again.
Oh yeah.
I don't see too many ruled lines on here. I'm with typical lettering, you're used to seeing a lot of the ruled lines. You didn't do this freehand, right? Did you have some lines there and you just erased?
Well, I'll tell you. What
Give
I
me give me
usually do is I usually freehand the lettering in pencil first, and then draw some lines in to make sure they don't dip too far down or whatever. Stays. Um, but I don't put the lines in first. I put the lines in after I letter it. I know it's not the right way to do it. I tried doing it the right way early on, and it always looked awful. So I just did my own hand lettering. Some of my hand lettering is awful, but some of it I think is pretty good. This is on the better side.
it seems really consistent to me. And so there've
Yeah.
been a lot of bids that came in. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. We are at $800 is the high bid right now to Earthquake OA. Yeah, I mean I, it has a feel like like you didn't have the ruled lines in, which makes it look remarkable and, gives us something else to feel impressed about your talents, Fred,
Ta-da,
because,
yeah. Can I mention what the point of this is? I
yes,
just
give us the backstory on this thing.
this one breaks me up a little bit. Well, Millie the model had a boss, and the boss, um, she had a boyfriend and she had a boss because and the boss had a secret love for her, but she was hanging out with her photographer boyfriend. But the boss looked, I forget his name right now, looked just like Tony Stark with the little mustache. So my story here has posits that since Tony Stark is a playboy, rich man, he probably goes out with models. So at one point, he's going out with Millie the model. He excuses himself to go to the men's room or some damn thing or something. And who comes over but her boss, who is pretending to be the busboy or something. And then Iron Man comes flying in to stop a guy from kidnapping Millie. And then she sees Iron Man, changing in the restroom, and she thinks it's her boss. I don't know. It's just a wacky mix-up type story. I told it better on the strip than I just did now, but yeah,
It works.
it,
It
it
definitely
works on
works.
the strip. But yeah, that's
Well,
the
Michael
ideas I had.
McIsaac is our high bidder at 850. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, that Hembeck note window is very
Oh
nice.
yeah. Oh, someone's saying maybe I do. I do have that. Yeah. Is is that is that Valiant? I guess it is Valiant.
Is that the one
Quantum
that,
and Woody.
Southern Comic Geek's asking about? Quantum and Woody issue 4 cover.
Yeah, I do. I'd forgotten about that.
Well, we can either talk after the show, Jason, or we can make sure it's in the next show. But,
Yeah, I'll have to find. We'll probably wait for the next one.
okay. Uh,
Uh,
but we gotta find it.
gotta dig it.
So
I gotta
the
find it.
good news is it's still out there, Jason.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So, fair warning on this one. And if we don't get another bid, Michael McIsaac will pick this one up. He's tried place bids on a few other pieces and not one. So this one going to him gives him a victory for the day. Thank you, Michael, for tuning in and placing some bids today. There are lots of people want the quantum of Woody. At least Newell wants to see it. All right, Michael, this one's going to you. Thank you very much. $850 is our winning bid on this piece. So we have one more piece to show off tonight. Well, two really. We have a commissioned piece for lot 16, but lot 15 did receive
The
two
X-Men.
proxy bids on it. I'll let everybody know that. And show this one off here. It was my favorite. Obviously why. It's an X-Men versus FF. Kind of homage and sort of retelling. It's awesome. I
Yep.
can go up the back here, get some notes. Return to Fred Hembeck. He made sure to put that on there.
Yep.
And so the starting bid is a little odd because this I had one bid and then the second bid came in that was lower than the opening one, but the bid was at 751 was the second bid. So I'm starting the bidding on lot 15 at 777. So I have a proxy bidder. I know they were in the chat earlier. I did see them. I don't know if they're here right now, but so 777 is where we're starting off with this piece. It is on 11 by 14. You get just a fun retelling of the battle here. So earthquake's in at 850. So I don't know. Well, I don't mind placing the bid. Okay, all right, maybe. Yes, Paresh Modi is in at 950. Michael Lovett, do you want to bid or should I do your bids for you? I have no problem doing them. But I haven't done a proxy bid. I'm going to do it because I'm here and I don't mind doing it. Oh, and Earthquake's in at 1100. I don't mind saying $1,200 on it. So I will go there just to kind of keep things moving around. Again, this is a fantastic piece. Historic teams drawn by Fred. And yeah, I mean, trust me, when this one came in, I thought this is the one that I'm gonna throw down for, if I was gonna bid on it because I love the X-Men. It's got a great the first panel, you got Cyclops blasting away in there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is fun. So was this an editorial request, Fred?
I don't remember, but well, yeah, I remember reading it now. Yeah. I think they were doing Fantastic Four X-Men limited series that they were promoting. So I thought, well, let's go back to when they first met. And so that's how I came up with this one. So yeah, it was their request to do something with the two teams. But what to be done with it was entirely up to me. And I said, oh, I'll draw some old Kirby stuff. That'll work. I enjoy drawing the old Kirby stuff too.
I don't blame you.
19 Fantastic Four number 28. Chickstone. Inking Kirby.
I love the thing in the ice cubes. Covered
Oh
in
yeah,
snow,
yeah,
and
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Iceman making his life miserable.
Right. Yeah, that was fun.
I can talk and bid at the same time, Alberto. I'm rereading the strip because I read the first time. I'm just going back through it and going through it again. It's awesome. And I love that the central image of Angel grabbing Sue there as well.
Right. Yeah, the fun thing with doing these kind of homages is to like do like a nice layout using that artwork and trying to make it I don't know, work. You got the word balloons, of course, stripping all the way with the all the way across the page, so you can follow what I'm trying to say. And by the way, I don't know what's the deal with those little Fred heads. Because
I was just gonna ask you about that because
I have no
those
idea.
are pasted on, but they're hand drawn, and you have a
Yeah.
little that says color note. Little Fred's hair, mustache, beard, medium brown. Please
Yeah.
drop inner beard line.
Is the beard line red on there? Can you
No, no,
no, because I don't know what the deal because obviously I have the balloons pointing to the heads, so there would have been heads there. And I don't think I had I know I didn't have any kind of a printer that would glue that on there. Maybe they screwed it up somehow and then had to replace it. But all the other artwork is definitely on the page.
yeah, I don't know. I can't
I
see
don't know
the
what,
arts underneath, but those are
don't know
drawn.
the
I don't know.
history of that. Don't know I didn't even realize that until I pulled it out.
Wayne's
But
in
all
its
the drawings of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and the lettering is on the actual page.
exactly.
It's a real piece of drawing.
Well, we were at Wayne came in at 1,700, and my proxy bidder is in at 1,750. So we still have I'm bidding for someone in who put their bid in last night. So 1,750 on this piece. Again, let me see here. Switch it over to that because I forgot the size. I know this one is 11 by 14. There we go. So it's
Yeah.
11 by 14. We're at 1,750 on this one right now. It is the last published piece of the night, and we have one more lot to go. Another commission, sketch card commission that we'll be doing. All right. So Wayne is saying that he's going to let me get this one. So I'll call fair warning if we don't get another bid in the next 20 seconds. This will go to our proxy bidder. And it's a beauty. Definitely, yeah. That and the Watchmen piece were my favorites from the set, but more from a nostalgic and
Oh yeah.
those are up my alley.
We all have our preferences.
Yes, we do. All right, so proxy bidder is going to get this one for $1,750. Thank you to them. They are in the chat, but I got the bid for them, which was fun.
Yeah,
So
good for you and good for everybody. Good for me.
almost like I won it.
Oh,
All right. Well, we have one more lot to go here, everybody. You know what we're gonna do. This is
card
for
time.
another single character sketch card, 2.5 by 3.5 inches. You get to pick the character. Fred will put the time in and get these turned around. He could do 5 to 10 of these a day. So if you you will let him know which character you would like, and he will do it and put it in the mail sometime. In the next week to 10 days or so.
and
But
if the
what's that?
and if the character has more than one costume, please let me know preferred costume.
That's right. And Yes, and Mr. Lovitz was the winner of that one. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat, but so Michael Lovitz was our proxy bidder, and he put in a fun number that we didn't have to get to, but it was uh, well, is that at your house, that beeping? Or
Yes, that's
okay. I'm looking around thinking it was that I had somebody pulling a
no,
fence
no, no.
in my
It's
backyard.
Lynn's in the kitchen, as we like to say,
Aha.
and
Well,
she's
we'll
getting
all get to meet Lynn
at the
next
microwave.
March.
Yes, she'll be along with me.
All right. Well, we have a $225 bid from Jason B, a Teenage Mutant Ninja fan, as we know. Um, so yeah. So again, and these are on card stock that Fred buys. They're again 2.5 by 3.5 standard sketch card size. Nothing's printed on them, right? Because these are just blank
No,
sketch cards. Yep.
yeah, yeah, blanks.
All right, we're at 250 here from Hoarder's Hide. Thank you for that. And again, you guys get to pick the character. Jason B's back in at 275. Thank you, Jason. And these will be done. We show a lot of characters here, but they will full figure in color.
Mm-hmm.
And Hoarder's Hide has backed out. So 20 seconds. If we get another bid, great. If not, we'll give this one to Jason, and we'll be able to wrap up this show. I'll show off a few. I know that the real estate gentleman would like to see probably his piece. So I've got that beside me. Show that one off, and I'll even show off that what the cover because it is, or the back inside cover because it is awesome. All right, well, going once, going twice. I think we can call this one for Jason B. 2926. So thank you, Jason B. at 275 for our final lot of the night or night. I'm too used to doing sales shows at night. It's an afternoon. All right. So let
It's
me.
been a good afternoon.
It has been a very good afternoon.
Yes.
Let
Has it
me.
stopped raining?
It has. Believe it or not, the sun is out now. When the
Oh,
show started, it was pouring buckets here,
right.
and yeah, the sun is out. So
Good
that's
for
nice.
you.
Here, let me go full screen 1 second here. But a reminder, anybody who won any of these auctions today, you're going to be emailing sales@comicartfans.com. Let me know which lots you won. And then, of course, if you can, include your mailing address when you send that first email. And then I'll give you the payment options. You know what they are. We prefer Zelle and Venmo and Wise and a check in the mail versus having to do PayPal. If we do PayPal, we have to charge 4% fee if you're in the US or 5.5 international. So any way we can avoid fees is always preferable. But here, let me show off these two pieces in hand so people can see them. There is
There it is.
a very popular piece today, and congrats to the Real
Yeah. Not
Investment
what
Show. Real estate investment got this one. And then then this one here too. Yeah, to me this is a piece of history. I never get to see these pieces come up. Inside back cover to what the last page that Fred got to draw for what the,
yeah. Then they
which
went on
seems
to 20
criminal to
some odd
me.
issues without me. And see, without me, it only lasted 20 or 30 issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Jeez.
one's gorgeous. And again, you get a character that Fred created and then went on to be a part of the Marvel universe.
I created
So
wink, wink. Yeah.
oh man, here, let me get you back on screen here. All right, there we go. So we did pretty well today, Fred, and we got it done in
I think
just
we
a hair
did.
under 2 hours. So
Yeah.
thank you as always. And again, I can't tell you how excited we are to have you and Lynn coming to the show next March. It's something we've been talking about for I think 2 years now,
Yeah.
and it's going to happen. And boy, I mean, we have a lot to talk about. This is going to be a really fun lead up. I mean, we've got 9 months, I guess, to the show,
Yeah.
but
We'll be doing another one of these before then.
I think we can. Yeah, we definitely can squeeze another one in. Definitely.
Seem to be doing
But
two a year.
if we do any kind of pre-commissioning stuff, that'll happen. Maybe
Yep.
in August or September. Again, I don't know what we haven't really fixed our schedule yet for that sort of stuff,
Sure.
but yeah, we can definitely get in another show. Um, Little John says thanks, and he'll see you at OEX. I mean, again, I think a lot of people are. You have a lot of fans out there, Fred, and again, you've been. You haven't gotten out to too many shows of late. We appreciate the fact that this is your seventh show with us over the
Yeah.
last 3.5 or 4 years. So we've had the pleasure and the good fortune to be able to hang out with you and do these. But yeah, in person is so much better. So uh, we can't wait to have you and Lynn down to Orlando in March.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be
Yes.
tiring. It's going to be exhilarating.
And we
I
talked
love.
earlier, you like drawing, at shows, so
I
people,
do.
if you don't get on Fred's pre-OEX list when we're announcing that, the thing is Fred loves drawing at shows, so you can definitely bring your request.
Black and white sketches with Sharpies. I won't be doing cards at the show
Okay,
because or color stuff. But I can do
so
black and white, as much as you want.
Ilya wants to know. Well, Hembeck did have the opportunity to do an OAX poster already. He has the auction, poster from 2025
Yeah.
that, I don't even know if that wound up on CAF, which should make me angry. But either way, Fred, as always, it's great getting to hang out with you. As you know, I'm glad Lynn was able to loan us her
Oh
laptop
yeah.
for this one. I don't mind
Yeah.
the green flashes, although they're happening more and more frequently here as we go.
I know.
That's
Better it's better this way than not being able to hear me talk. Even though Lynn would like it at times if she could not hear me talk. But that's 50 years of hearing me talk. Is a lot. She needs a
that.
break once in a while.
So did you just have your 50th, or you're right around 50?
Oh, we met 53 years ago. No,
Okay.
how old am I now? Let me see. 52 years ago. We met 52 years ago on Cinco de Mayo. And we got married 5 years after that. So it's not quite 50 years of marriage, but we were together
You've been
since we
together
met.
for
So
over
it's,
50 years.
yeah. Yay
Wow.
for us.
Congrats. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's I
She's the
think Maureen
best.
and I have only hit 31 years, so we have a ways to
Little
go.
ways to go, but
At
you'll
50.
you'll make it.
Yeah. No, we'll get there. And you'll get to meet Maureen when you come down, in March of next year. But thank you for doing this. Thank you everyone in.
Thank you, people. Thank you and everybody who's watching. Jeez. I
Yeah, this was a lot of fun as always. And yeah, so if you picked up anything, you know what to do. Email me sales@comicartfans.com. We'll talk. I might break for something to eat, but I'll get back to everybody within the hour. And yeah, Fred, always a blast. We're going to be in touch with a lot of stuff coming up, but thank you for doing this. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Everybody in the chat too. It's just still Saturday afternoon, at least here in the U.S., so you can get out and have a good time. And we'll be back at it with a show next week. But enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again very soon.
Thanks, folks.